Hey guys, welcome back to Rank Talks Ball for a new video and a very special one and a very exciting one at that, as it's another vlog. I'm off to seeing the Argentina national team play against Argentina. And now you might be wondering, how? How is that possible? How would Argentina play against themselves? Well, it's a bit of a long story, but let me explain. As you know, the international break is taking place right now, and yesterday Argentina beat Uruguay on the road 1-0 with an absolute golazo from Thiago Almada, and in a couple of days we're actually going to be playing against Brazil here in Buenos Aires at the Estadio Monumental. I couldn't get tickets for that game because the prices were just so high, but eventually I'll get around to actually watching a qualifier game of the Argentina national team, and obviously you will have a vlog about that as well. For now, this friendly between Argentina and the under-20s of Argentina have been scheduled, so that explains why Argentina are playing against Argentina. It's the senior team against the under-20s, and this game is taking place because the players and the coaching staff have decided that they wanted to help the people of Bahia Blanca, a city that is here in the province of Buenos Aires, a little more down to the south compared to the capital. And it was hit by a massive storm, and a lot of the city has flooded. A lot of people have been affected, and more specifically, a hospital that was providing aid for everyone over there in the city has flooded as well and lost a bunch of resources. And so everything that is going to be collected out of this friendly game is going to go to that hospital. And so not only will I get to enjoy the national team, although obviously it won't be a full match, it will be just kind of a training match against the under-20s, and most likely we're going to see an alternative lineup from Argentina compared to the one that's going to play against Brazil. Mostly the players that don't see any minutes in this international break probably going to play in this match. But that will also be exciting to kind of see how those players perform in the national team jersey, even though it's just a friendly and it won't even be a full match. I think that it's a good opportunity, and everything is for a good cause. So I think that it's just a win-win for everybody, and I'm always up to supporting good causes. Obviously, if you're watching this from Bahia Blanca, I hope that you guys are okay and that things get better soon. For now, however, I'm off to the game. Así que vamos Argentina against Argentina. That feels so weird, man.
Mujeres y
Mujeres y niñas allá de
si nos quedábamos en esa esquina, entraban todos por la misma. Quedaban ahí, entraban. Va a ser ya re
Well, here we are in the vicinity of the Estadio Tomás Adolfo Ducó, here in the neighborhood of Parque Patricios in the city of Buenos Aires. This stadium was opened in 1949 and it can hold more than 43,000 people. Here is where first division side Huracán played their games, and yeah, Huracán is one of the most historic clubs in Buenos Aires, one that, however, is not considered among the big five. They haven't had very much recent success. In fact, their last league title only came in 1973, which is a very remembered campaign because it was a team that played some very nice football. But it's been a long time since Huracán has actually managed to win the league. They came close in 2009. They were runners-up. They lost in the final match day to the team that would eventually be champions, Vélez, in which was essentially a final between the two teams to see who would be crowned champions. And in the last season, they actually were in a title fight that they ended up losing to, once again, Vélez, who were crowned the champions last season. Huracán has, however, found some other success. They won the Copa Argentina back in 2014, and they were also runners-up in the 2015 Copa Sudamericana, so they also were very close to some international silverware, but they are still waiting on that. For now, however, it's going to be time for the Argentina national team to take stage here at the Tomás Adolfo Ducó. So pretty much like it was expected, the starting 11 for Argentina is mostly going to be the reserves that didn't play against Uruguay and that will probably not feature against Brazil. So it's actually a very exciting time to see some of these names. Both of the Como players, both Perrone and Nico Paz, are starting, as well as both of the Bologna players in Santi Castro and Benjamin Dominguez. Back four that is completely new with Boyd, with Valerdi, with Medina, Rulli in goal. So Correa is playing in the number 10. I think it will be very exciting to see how this Argentina team performs, and obviously also to see how the under-20s do against this alternative Argentina side. So yeah, we're mostly scouting for the youngsters out here and seeing what they're capable of and see if they can prove themselves in the pitch. You know, all of these players essentially are going to be part of the process of the Argentina national team in the future. They are the future, and so it's very exciting to get in to see them early on in their careers with the national team jersey already.
Oh,
Well, half time here at the Duco. 2-0 in favor of Argentina. Obviously, the result is what matters the least when it comes to this type of game. And 2 goals, one from Angel Correa and the other one from Nico Paz. So Nico Paz, not really, but kind of getting his first goal for the senior team as the second half is now about to begin. But we did see some nice stuff from the under-20s. I think that they were trying to play out from the back, and obviously I guess that's a learning process that they gotta do. At times they were getting pressed a bit too hard by the players, the more experienced and older ones. Even though, you know, many youngsters are starting for the senior team, like Beto Dominguez, Santi Castro had an opportunity there. Nico Paz himself scored the goal. But overall, I think that it's been an entertaining game, which I think is the most important part to come out of this. And yeah, let's see what the second half has in store for us. Well, that was the game. Obviously pretty short, and the result in the end, which was Argentina 2, the under-20s nil, doesn't really matter. Angel Correa and Nico Paz, the two goal scorers. And yeah, the most important part is that it was a very, very good evening with football. Lots of people having fun on the stands, you know, coming with their families, and all supporting a good cause that is helping the people over in Bahia Blanca. It really did look like the under-20s decided to go a bit harder, and the senior team relaxed a little bit in the second half. We saw the best from the under-20s right there. Even though they weren't able to score, they created a few more chances, and we saw some moments of magic from players like Maher Carrizo, who I think could be a really good prospect from the future, the academy player from Vélez Sarsfield. We didn't get to see minutes from Franco Mastantuono, I believe, which I think was a bit disappointing. But, you know, it is what it is. He's still very, very young, even for the under-20s, which is crazy. Just shows how much of an insane talent he is. From the side of the senior team, I think that the two Bologna players, Santi Castro and especially Benja Dominguez, who had an insane piece of skill early on into the first half, they were the ones who stood out the most to me. Obviously, Rodrigo de Paul also had a good game, but that was to be expected. To be fair, like I mentioned, I think that in the second half, the senior team did pretty much relax, and so there wasn't really much to the game. I'm sure that you saw that I have very few highlights to show, and you know, it is what it is. It was like a training game at the end of the day. But obviously that result and whatever happened in the game is not what matters. What matters is getting the help over to the people of Bahia Blanca, and I'm sure that at that, this game was extremely successful. And now we only have to see what's going to happen on Tuesday when we play against Brazil. This video should go public for everyone to see on that Tuesday. So if you're watching this, reminder that we're going to be doing a watch-along for that game. Argentina-Brazil over in the Estadio Monumental. I'm not going to be there, but it is what it is. We're still going to be watching the game, so I hope to catch you there on the stream, live in the chat, interacting with everybody, having a good time, and just watching the game with me, which would be great. I think that the game against Uruguay, we had a lot of people, and that made me very happy. So if we could get more people to join for the live stream against Brazil, that would be fantastic. So that's going to be it from me. It was a good day. Amazing getting to see the world champions from up close and for a good cause, which at the end of the day is what matters. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be seeing you all next time.